open it up for some questions.
Well, first of all, you got to give Morehead State a lot of credit. I think Steve's doing an outstanding job in his first year. They obviously have a great team. The two guys that we knew coming into the game would try to make plays late in the shot clock and late in the game. Obviously, that's Cannon and Poole. Did exactly that tonight. You know, those guys are experienced guards and great players, and they made some timely key threes where we missed a couple assignments in regard to trapping Cannon and getting out to Poole in our matchup zone. But I thought our kids played extremely hard for 40 minutes. We put them at the foul line 34 times. We put them at the foul line, say, 24 times, and have a couple key guys that are still out on the floor late in the game. Maybe it's a different story.
Don, you guys are a good zone team, but with their three-point shooting, were you concerned about that, and how well do you think you did against them?
Well, you know, going into the game, I think their team was about 42 or 44% from three, if I'm not mistaken. We held them to 28% for the game from three, so I think that's pretty solid. And really kind of the way we play, Pat, it's a matchup zone with a lot of man-to-man principles. So on certain guys, we really get extended, obviously, Cannon and Poole. Tonight our game plan was to trap Cannon off every ball, screen, and kind of treat it like a man-to-man situation. So certainly their perimeter shooting scared us, and late in the game when Poole in particular made the wing three, that was us just being late in a rotation bump in our zone.
Was that the first time you'd used that trap thing this year? You
know, we've thrown it out there, Mike, at times in regard to guys like Swansea, you know, from Tennessee Tech. When we played NC State, I forget the kid's name, but the really talented sophomore big point guard. So we put it out there a little bit, not for the full 40 minutes, but we felt like so much of what Murray does is predicated on Cannon. If we could take him out of the game, or at least limit him in some way, that it would enhance our chances. And, you know, we forced him to turn it over 4 times, but he still got 20 points. But, you know, he only shoots 40% tonight, 2 of 8 from 3. Coming in the game, he was shooting 48% from 3. So I thought we did a pretty good job. We just put him at the foul line too often.
Is it a compliment to him that, as well as you guys guarded him, that he still wound up with 20 and made a difference in the game?
Yeah, no question. He's a great player, and I've told people before the game, he's Morehead State's point guard version of our Kenneth Reed a year ago. He's probably the best point guard, mid-major point guard in America, like Kenneth was the best mid-major big guy in America. And he's the guy that is going to have the ball in his hands every time down the floor. He's a very, very talented guy because not only can he shoot it, but he makes his teammates better. He gets the foul line. He doesn't miss much from the line. So, yeah, it is a credit. He's a heck of a player, and you know, we're only halfway through, but right now there's no doubt about it. He'd get my vote for Player of the Year.
Tony, can you talk about Drew's night and how big it was when he had to go to the bench with, I think, 10:47 left?
Yeah, you know, you never want to sound like a guy that's making excuses or reasons, but, you know, Drew Kelly was fantastic. I don't think they had anybody that could guard him. They don't play zone, so we were going to continue to go right to him on the post. He also had a couple pick and pop threes and was playing with a great deal of confidence, which is great to see. He's just a sophomore. But I think we were up maybe 6 or 7 when he got his 4th foul, and the complexion of the game really changed.
How hard was it to wait, put him back in as long as you did?
You know, it was brutal, but, you know, once I think it either got tied or maybe they cut it to 2, we went back with him, and then he picks up his 5th just a few minutes later. So I thought we made the right decision as to when we went back to him. But it was hard, you know, because you got your best frontline players sitting over there watching.
Drawing on your experience in the spotlight in years past and what you've seen of other teams this year, how good is your opponent? Not just tonight, but on the year.
I like their team a lot. I certainly respect their program tremendously. You know, they're 10th in the country for a reason. I don't think, just being perfectly honest, that their team's as good as their team was 2 years ago that beat Vanderbilt, or as good as our team was last year that beat Louisville. That's just being perfectly honest, but it's hard to even say that when they're ranked 10th in the country and undefeated. But they have a heck of a team. But I thought the last 2 teams that won our league, them 2 years ago and us last year, were, you know, just a little bit better, in my honest opinion.
Is that factoring Ivan into the equation?
Yeah, now that certainly will change the team, no question, because he's like last year. Now they got the best point guard like we had in Harper and the best big like we had in Fareed, so certainly that'll change things as well.
Any other questions? I know you probably want to say something about the crowd tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. I told someone before the game, I wish you were coming because we were the undefeated team. But glad you could be here, and appreciate the national spotlight a little bit, and hopefully we get a chance to play them again in the tournament, right? Thank you.
Thank you.